Alyssa back with another video. I'm just by myself today, and I wanted to talk about something that I think all of us struggle with because it's like a huge deal, and that is the issue of like phone time management and so I just want to share some tips of how I try to make sure I'm not on my phone too much, because I think we all are, and it's a constant struggle for me, and I hope that this can help you, maybe give you an idea or two of ways you can draw back a little bit. Well, when we talk about like phone time management, I'm talking about like being on our phone during those times when like it's just extra stuff. Like, it's not things you have to do on your phone. So the the best tip I can give you for like not being on your phone as much is to have a timer set on your phone. And some phones have that built in, and that would be nice. But I haven't figured that out on my phone, so I just downloaded an app for free. It's called Digitox, and I can like set whatever time I want, and then once that time is up for the day, it'll let me know that, and then it'll like just pop up on my screen, and then I have to like click out of it or whatever. And it's kind of easy to get around. Like, I can just ignore the timer. But for me, if I see that timer, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get off and like not be on it much the rest of the day. Recently, I've had it set for 45 minutes a day, and that includes like everything. But I also have it where I can break it up into different like categories of what I'm doing on my phone. That way I can look back at like yesterday, and I can look up what was I doing for like how long every day. So that's really nice. It has it all broken down for me. So I am thinking maybe with the school year, I think I'm going to lower my time to maybe 35 minutes, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. But that is the easiest, the best way, because it makes you aware of how much time you're on your phone. So maybe try to set a goal of how much time you think is reasonable to be on your phone, and then set a timer for that, and then just see, is that easy? Is that hard for you to do? And then after a little while, try and lower a little bit. And that just will help you keep on track and realize the time you're actually spending on your phone. Something else I do is I do not use it for an alarm clock. And I don't really like that idea, because I don't want it to be the first thing I'm touching when I wake up every morning. So I do my devotions in the morning, pretty much right after I wake up. So what I do is I turn off my phone every night, and I don't turn it back on until after I'm done with my devotions. And that really helps me, because it helps me focus first on what's important and not on my phone or checking what happened when I was sleeping, like what did I miss. So that's something I would encourage you to do. I mean, you can buy alarm clocks at stores. You can buy one on Amazon. They still make them. So find an alarm clock and maybe try using that instead of your phone. Or another thing that goes along with the devotion thing, if your phone has to be on or it is on, that's fine. Just try to maybe at least vibrate it or mute it while you have your devotional time. That way, that'll help you focus on what's important. So I do turn it off each night, and that might not be something you're able to do. You might need it on in case of something, and that's fine. But it helps me to turn it off and then turn it back on the next day, because I don't know. I think if it's on, it might keep me up or that kind of thing. The next thing is kind of related to school. So like, I think once we get back into school, it's gonna be like a lot harder to keep control of our phone. Because I mean, we'll have a lot more to do. So if we are not in control of our phone, then we're going to be wasting a lot of time. So I am homeschooled, you guys know that. And so I think sometimes for homeschoolers, it might be a little more difficult to keep track of your phone time because we kind of don't have as much of a schedule, or we don't have as much time that like we actually can't be on it. So I'd recommend continuing to get a timer. That's a big thing. Maybe not even have it at your desk with you. Or if it is at your desk, keep it on vibrate or keep it on mute. Something else that I want to do, and I did like a day or two already, is when you go through and like you do your school and stuff, I've decided I'm gonna try not to look at my phone or check it when I'm in the middle of a subject. So like if I'm going to do geometry or whatever, I can look at my phone before I start it, but then once I start it, I put my phone on a top shelf, and then I'm not going to look at it until I'm done with that subject. And I think that's helped me because even like the other day I did some school and I did this, and so like I had it on vibrate and it would vibrate and I'd be like, oh, I need it, and then I'd like remember, oh, I'm not gonna check it till I finish this subject. And that's really like most of the time it doesn't really matter. You don't really need to see what just popped up like just then. So maybe try something like that where you're not checking it all the time, but just set those boundaries for yourself. Last school year, something Brianna and I did was like if we're struggling with focusing on school or whatever, like in the morning, then like at a certain time or whatever, we would just like give each other our phones to hold on to. That way we're just not even thinking about it and don't have the option of getting on it or checking something or remembering something that we needed to do. And I think that's also a good thing. So if you have like somebody that you can do that with, or you can do school in your room or whatever and hide your phone somewhere else in a room that you can't get to easily, because then they'll just, you don't want to go to the other room, so you'll just not check it. So those are a few things. I hope that like this school year is going to be a challenge, and I know that, and I hope that you are making plans so that you are intentional about how much time you spend on your phone, because there's like the apps and like the things we do on our phones, they're designed to make us want to be on them like all the time. And if you are not in control of your phone, it is going to be in control of you. So maybe not take it everywhere you go. Maybe set a timer on your phone. Maybe just try and buy an alarm clock. Just try and set little standards. And if they don't work for you, try something else. That's fine. I just wanted to mention a few things that I do. And I heard this quote and I wanted to say it. And it is, "Vote daily, withdraw weekly, abandon annually." And I thought that was really cool, and I don't do that, but I want to try and do that. So I challenge you to do that too, to vote it daily. So pick a time. Maybe there's a time every day that you don't need to be on it, so set it aside during that time or mute it or whatever. And then withdraw weekly. So find a day or a part of a day that you just are not even going to be like near your phone. Just like turn it off. And then abandon annually. And when the person talked about this, they were saying that they like took a whole week of the year like off their phone completely. And that would be pretty cool. It would be extremely difficult for most of us, I think. But like even if it's just a couple days or like one day a month I'm going to be off my phone. Anything that you can do that would help you to stay in control of it and not let it control you, and don't be addicted to your phone. Just recognize and enjoy the life around you instead of constantly looking at other people's lives. I hope that that is something that you see as a priority, and maybe some of these things will help you to do that. Oh, and by the way, this necklace is a wordless book necklace with like the colors of the gospel, and Brianna made it, so I'm gonna link it down there. She has an Etsy shop, so then you could buy it on Etsy, and we'll link that below so that you could find it. Alright, so thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you would subscribe if you want to see more of our content, and gives it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.